Page 86, Piano Concerto in A minor, or theme for the first movement by Grieg. One of the most famous piano concertos. Lots of recordings of this on YouTube. We're going to take it really slow. And I'm going to break this up. We're going to talk about it. Let's leave out the pedal for now. Forget the pedal. We'll talk about the pedal later. At the beginning of this, there is a note up there. It says both hands 8 VA. So when you're trying to figure out where to start, first off, find out where the notes are without the 8 VA. Okay, it's left hand is here, right hand is here. Okay? Once you have the notes there, then you can add the 8 VA in both hands. So the left hand's going to go up an octave from here to here. The right hand goes from here to here. That's where you're going to start. Okay? And that's 3 counts, 1, 2, 3, and then it's a right? You're still 8 VA. Now, I get confused when the left hand has crossed my center line and I'm reading these notes. I tend to automatically read treble clef in my head. Okay, I have to fight that because it's not treble clef, it's bass clef in the left hand. You're just playing them way high. So it's up. Then on the third measure, after the first note, the 8 VA goes away, and now you're local again. Okay. And that takes you down. You're going to move the hands around a lot. You almost have to memorize this introduction because it just goes, you're all over the place. Now, in the second line, with those 8th note triplets, you're starting out in the left hand for the first set of triplets. Right hand plays the next set. Left hand plays the next set. Right hand plays the last. Now play them evenly, all right? Where am I here? That fermata, at the end of the second line, I'm going to hold that for 8 counts because I'm playing with a metronome. And that's the introductory stuff. Then we get into the actual first melody that happens, and that one is this. Those staccatos are important. Bring out the melody there, okay? There's really nothing to talk about there. You can get the rhythm and you can work all that out. Just bring out the melody there. On page 87, not a lot to talk about there. The melody is the top note of the right hand. Okay, and the pedal is going to connect everything because it's got to be connected there. The tricky part on page 87 would be the accidentals. So work them out one hand at a time if you have to. There is a repeat sign on page 87, so you're going to play the first 2 lines twice because there's a reverse repeat sign, so you've got those. And then for the last 2 lines on page 87, they're very similar to the first 2 lines on page 86. You're back up here. And except now you've got another passage going up. It's not 8th note triplets. The last 2 measures on page 87, it's here, and then there's an 8 VA for the right hand. The left hand stays where it's at. And then back down here, I hold that last chord 8 counts. Let's talk about the pedal. At the beginning, you lift the pedal right on the beat they're telling you to lift it. Okay, so at the beginning we're going to push it down right after we have. Now this is a little that we can do a little different here. All right, you can experiment. This is one of those things. This piece starts loud. That first chord is loud. All right. What you can do in that case is right before you play the chord, push the pedal down first. And that releases all the dampers, so when you do push the chord down, the piano more or less explodes in sound, okay? It's a different sound than if you push the note down first and then the pedal. Here, we'll push the pedal down first and then the note. Just for the first one, okay? With the others, because it's loud, push the pedal down with the note, not after it. You got to lift the pedal up for the eighth notes. Okay? Because it's loud. So you're pushing it down with the chord, lifting it up when you play the eighth notes. Now, on line 2, it's an overlap pedal. Just do an overlap pedal. Keep it simple. It doesn't have to be that complicated. Now, at the end of line 2, we're going to lift the hands up and the pedal up at the same time so we get silence just a little bit before we go on. To be a lot of contrast between that loud chord and what comes afterward, softly. Okay? So just do the pedaling like they've got marked, will be fine. 87, that is connected pedaling. Overlapping is fine. You don't need to pedal the second line. Now, in the second line, second measure of page 87, that last note in the right hand, the D, I recommend fifth finger on that D, because that makes it easier to reach what's coming next. And connect the melody. You have a D sharp in that third measure, but in the last measure, that's a D natural. The last two lines on page 87, you can pedal them pretty much the same as you pedaled at the beginning. Now, for some reason, they're not telling you to pedal the first measure. I don't know why. I don't understand why you would not want to pedal the third line, the first measure on page 87. I think you should pedal that just like you did at the beginning. You're coming off of the second line, so there's a rest, it's silent, and you can push the pedal down right before you push the notes, just like you did at the beginning. Let's try this out really slow, okay? Really slow. This is a piece, so if you polish up and get good, this is something that you can play for people when they, oh, you play piano, play something for me. Sure, no problem. Here's a concerto. So let's try it out and see what happens. We're starting out with both hands ABA, so left hand is here, right hand's up here, foot's on the pedal. There we go. Give you 4 counts. 1, 2, ready, go. 3, 2, 3. Hold 2, rest, 2, 3, 2, 3. Rest, rest, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3,